Discovery Video 89. Belmont Park. A special holiday Monday. What we got here is a maiden claiming on the turf. That is the strongest conditions. You have a 4-star here and a 4-star there, thus making it a double 4-star preferred race. Here I am on the main page. I'm going to log into the free area and then click on the banner or the link, view all Discovery videos. Big red arrow. Here is a listing, the races that I follow, and within this listing are 3 conditions that are the highest of the group. First of all, you got starter allowance races. It'll say ALW. It may say the amount or a bunch of dashes, but it has to have an S at the end. Then you got your non-graded stakes and grade 3 races. This will have a name like the Gardenia 75,000, and this will say G3. And you got all maiden claiming races, highly rated 4 stars, meaning the conditions on our chance on getting a high price, value odds, or overlay winner are much higher than average in these races, and in 4-star races even more so. Maiden special weight claiming races with a condition. It'll say CLM claiming price, and then you'll have some kind of letter or number combination to the right of the claiming price. That's a conditional claimer. That's a 4-star also. Bottom and low level claiming races. Most tracks, this is around your $5,000 to $10,000 range. Perhaps up to 15, 16 at your higher class, world class tracks would be considered low. All races run over the turf. This is another highly rated 4-star condition. Turf races, meaning all turf races, regardless of what else they are. And then all races on a track labeled anything but fast. Anything but fast I consider wet for our purposes. So, this race we're looking at Belmont is a turf race. It is also a maiden claiming race. That's a double 4-star preferred. So we are immediately attracted to the race. The next thing I do, I look at the value odds horse. And in this race we have 2. And this is going to be a very good learning video on what to do in this situation. Okay? We got 2. Both of them first-time starters. So that must mean that they both qualify for my special conditions. Alright, that's all fine and dandy. What's going to make me want to make a move on any of these 2 horses, all for the Trip or Citizen Wells? The odds near post time tell me what I'm going to do. This is the most important determining factor of what I'm going to do. First of all, I will not bet a value odds horse at below double-digit odds. So that means I have to have 10 to 1 or higher. See, the bird likes that. Now, you got 2 value odds horses. All the Trip was going off at 40 to 1 near post time with the top turf jock, Joe Bravo. And Citizen Wells was 20 to 1. Okay, now, here's then the other 2 in Group A were 2 to 1 and 8 to 5, your favorites. Take a look at Group A here. Obviously, the 2 value odds horses stand out, but look at them too. Only those 2. 40 to 1 and 20 to 1. Now, both of these are high odds, but one is considerably higher. All for the Trip is, double the price of Citizen Wells, and is also ranked second above the 12. So this horse is ranked second in the race. This horse is rated third in the race. You're getting double the odds. So, rule of thumb, when you have horses in this odds range, you want to go for the highest price, the highest ranked. However, you can be conservative and put a win bet on both, or in this case, you can, in other words, key horse the highest odds. I always go with the highest odds in this situation as a key horse. Now, if they were both 40 to 1, I'd have to play them both. Or if they were both 20 to 1, I'd have to play them both. And we have a way to do that. But with this spread between 20 and 40, I'm gonna key them both. I'm gonna key the 40 to 1 higher rated horse, but I'm also gonna put a win bet on Citizen Wells just in case as a saver. Okay? Now, you can alternatively bet them both to win and bet them both in the exacta, but then you don't have any opportunities for the trifecta. So, I mean, you can go that way in a situation, but I can tell you from my experience that in the long run, if you always go with the higher odds, higher ranked horse, it pays. It pays off. And, we're not going to be left in the cold if the 20 to 1 shot wins. We're going to have a win bet on that. So let's start off. Let me go back to the. Okay. We know our odds. We know what we got going on here. Now, like I mentioned, All for the Trip has the turf jock icon. What that means is the jockey is above average, is doing an above average performance on the turf currently this year. Okay? You can hear how excited the bird got on that one. I really love to see the turf jock icon. Alternatively, I like to see the best final time on turf, that one there. But this gives me a lot of confidence that my first time starter is going to get the all-important good trip on the turf, first time out. Does that give me confidence? Yes. Look here also, angle 34 is a very interesting angle. From the, here I'm on the free area, free page, the 36 proven and winning overlay angles. Okay, the free ebook. I'm going to get you down to 34. And this is a really neat angle. It's a very precise angle, but it's pretty awesome. Workout points angle number 34. As a matter of fact, I write exactly that. It's amazing how precise this angle is, but proven to have a high impact value. Look for horses that have our workout points of exactly 100. When a horse's workout points are exactly 100, it means that it has an absolute perfect pattern of workouts based on our criteria. Okay? And interestingly, the 3 and the 12 both have perfect 100s, which is unusual. It's unusual enough to have a first-time starter in that position with 100, but to have two of them is quite unusual. But remember what I said. Gravitate towards your higher odds, and in the long run, it pays off. This is what I have found to be true over my decade and a half of research with these reports. So, let's get down to bets. Let's go ahead and bet them both to win. Now, since the 3 is 40 to 1 and the 12 is 20 to 1, you can either bet a flat bet, 10 bucks on both and be simple, or you can bet a certain amount on each horse so that no matter which horse wins, you get the same amount returned. That's called Dutch betting. And I like to keep things simple, but this would be a good opportunity for Dutch betting, and I do have a Dutch betting calculator on the free area. You'll find it there in the column on the right if you scroll down. You can plug in your figures, your amounts. It'll tell you how much to bet on each horse. What if you can't be there What if you can't be there to see the race live? What if you can't be there to see the odds near post time? Well, the really best solution I have for that is using conditional wagering, which the United States-based wagering companies are all offering now. It seems like all of them. But the originator, I believe, is Twin Spires. At least that's the one I use. TwinSpires.com. It's a Churchill Downs company. I have no vested interest in the company at all. I just like their product, and I use it, and I have no problem with referring. Even though I'm not a referral partner, nor do they advertise. I just want to make that clear. I get no benefit of recommending them other than the fact that I can safely recommend them to my members. I believe they have a good product, and I use it myself. Okay? I also drink Starbucks coffee, so take it for what it's worth. I think Starbucks is the best coffee. I think Twin Spires is the best account wagering. So, I mean, that's my opinion, and I got an educated opinion in both fields. Speaking of coffee, I had to take a nice chug there. With account wagering on your conditional wagering, if you have an account with Twin Spires or one of the other companies that has conditional wagering, you can set a minimum odds requirement to place your bet. Okay? I do, obviously, I want, and most of the time, 10 to 1 or higher. So, you could set a minimum amount, 0 minutes to post. I want my horse to be 10 to 1 or higher to place the bet. Okay? Which we're covered here, obviously, at those big odds. But I just wanted to let you know, for you people who cannot be there to see the odds, okay, that's pretty much your safest method there. Also, anything 12 to 1, 15 to 1, or 20 to 1 morning line, you have a better chance on getting a higher price. Psychologically, those odds ranges, they work psychologically with the better. The player is more likely to jump on an 8 to 1 morning line long shot or a 10 to 1 morning line long shot. They believe that this horse has a chance. But once you get out into 12 to 1 territory and then 15 to 1 and 20 to 1, there's a psychological break there where the horse players believe the horses do not have a chance. Okay? Obviously, they are incorrect in their thinking. I'm just telling you how the majority of the betting public thinks. So, just to be simple here, let's just go 10 bucks to win on both, the 3 and the 12. And I discussed with you why I'm going to key the 3. I got 40 to 1, double the odds, and higher ranked with my turf jock. Angle 34 in effect. Okay. Why did the betting public not touch this horse? Well, they don't like first-time starters to begin with. The betting public has no clue, for the most part, what to do with a first-time starter. Where I have a very sophisticated system, if you want to call it that. I have a set of criteria that I look for on first-time starters. It has done very, very well over the years and over the decade and a half that it has been implemented. But I don't know if you were looking at a program and you had a big green icon that showed that the jockey on the 3 was one of the best turf jocks in New York. Wouldn't that get, some attention to you? But I think in traditional means, that might not be evident. Very important to me to see that on the turf. Also, the perfect workout points of 100. That's my pattern. That has nothing to do with the speed of the workouts or the time of the workouts. It has to do with the patterns and the distance of the workouts. Here again, my recipe. Okay. $10 to win on both. Now, go ahead like we only have one. The rest of your bets. Wheel the exacta. My key horse is the highest odds, 40 to 1. 3 all exacta for $2. If we have bankroll to play trifecta, $1, 3 on top. Then, in the second position, 2, 12, 4, 11. That's the rest of Group A and the top horse in Group B in the second position. Then third, we go all. And then 10-cent super, fourth, we go all. That's my strategy. I never vary it, ever. Now, pick threes. Pick 3, pick 4. I have a very basic, simple strategy that works very well. If I needed to include this race in my pick threes coming into the 7th race, I obviously wouldn't know in advance the 3 would be 40 to 1 and the 12 would be 20 to 1. So coming into the 7th race, I would have both horses played in the pick 3 coming into this race. But going out of this race, my 3 is going to be the key. And in all the other races, remember now, we're dealing with a double 4-star preferred. So the race itself is the highest ranked race you can find on my scale. Okay, so we know the race is live. So we're going to single. You're going to single your key horse at high odds. Who do you think you're going to play in the other 2 races of the pick 3? You don't even have to look and make any decisions. You do have to look to see who's in Group A, and that's it. You take your key horse, single, big odds, high odds, good chance on winning, single into pick 3, play your Group A horses in the other 2 races. That's it. All for the trip. Broke very slowly. That doesn't concern me too much. Why? Well, I know I got one of the best, if not the best, turf jocks in the race. He knows his way around the New York Joe Bravo, Jersey Joe. He knows his way around there. Perfect ride, though, from there. I mean, the horse was exactly where he should have been for an 8-furlong turf race. Shade under 40 to 1. The 2 ran second. That was the top pick. So we have everything. 80-50 on your Win Mutual. Exacta paid $290. Oh, never mind. Can't get it highlighted. Our trifecta strategy paid off there. Half of that for $1. Here's all the payoffs here. Your $10 win bet, $402.50. There's the exacta. 2015 on the dollar trifecta using my strategy. Also $516.15. 10-cent super. Both daily doubles, because you had rolling doubles. We always wheel the doubles as well. I think I forgot to mention that when I was clocking in the wagers, but I wheel exactas and wheel doubles. 663 and 351. That's nice. That's nice. 3 pick 3s. All 3 that you could possibly hit. For $1, my strategy, key in the value odds horse with Group A, $729.50. 1,098 and 1,169. Total return on this one race, key, $7,234.15. Not a bad way to spend a holiday Monday at New York. Remember, we began by qualifying the race. Then we Once we knew we had a strong race, we went right to the value odds horses. Then we needed to know the odds. And then our bets are placed from there. Okay? This is a system that I have taken 16 years to come up with. It's proven. It's not really a system, it's more of a strategy. But you got 80, almost 90 videos now in the Discovery series. This is what's currently working and doing very well, I might say, in New York. And if you want to know what tracks to play, just look at this page. I got Belmont Park, Suffolk Calder, Santa Anita, Belmont, Turfway, Louisiana Downs, oh, they're gone. Delaware Park, Turfway, okay, Belmont, Calder, Belmont, a lot of good New York ones. Turfway, Monmouth. All right, check out this page. If you want to know where the money's at, I'll be making the videos where the money's at. And I think I got one for Santa Anita coming up. All right, let's see, we got 21 minutes. We'll cut it off right there. Thanks for viewing. Good luck.